phone on. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
How's it going, man? Coming back to you guys with a Think About It Thursday. um, I am your brother Donald. This is brother Azrael, partner with me, right? Hopefully the brother Yeshai can hop on. If not, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna proceed on. First and foremost, we're gonna give all honor and glory to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We do so by way of His only begotten Son, who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ, who we recognize as an instrument of salvation for the nation, right? Well, without further ado, let's jump into this video and this Think About It Thursday, giving y'all something to think about, right? Especially you African Americans, right? The so-called African Americans, you so-called black men and women, right? Excuse me. Um, that's that dad indigestion right there, right? Age, man, and you start getting that that dad burp. You know what I'm saying? But excuse me, Salakia. So the title of today's lesson is going to be "Come Out of the Matrix, Black Man." Come out of the Matrix. I think it's gonna be a fun one. We're gonna review some things, man. Review some things about life, right? And we're gonna explain, um, you know, why these things are occurring in our community, especially the so-called African American man, who some recognize as the tribe of Judah mostly, right? Um, I'm not a man to say whether or not the so-called African Americans are from the tribe of Judah, but a lot of people make the connections to explain so, right? So when the brother comes back, right, we're gonna read the opening precept, and then we're gonna jump into uh, some images, right? We're gonna jump into some images. Let's see here. I'm gonna add to the stage real fast. If you can read that for me.
With Deuteronomy 28 and 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness.
Con, man, this is one of my favorite precepts. I'm gonna let him finish it out, but pay attention to the wording here, right? Groping meaning to grab, right? Just like if you could not see. Keep reading.
As the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee.
Con, man, this is gonna be my opening precept. Excuse me. Salakia. This is gonna be my opening precept, because this is why we're in the matrix in the first place, right? Because we were smitten with this blindness. And I always bring this precept out to explain the condition that we are in as so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, as we don't know ourselves, right? And so, we often bring this out to explain why we cling to other religions, right? Because we don't know which religion we're supposed to be in as so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So when we finally hear something that appeals to us, that seems like a little bit of truth, we grab hold of it, and we don't let go, right? Just like somebody blind groping at noonday, right? Spiritually speaking, right? Um, we've been lost. We're the lost sheep, right? So if you think about it, man, when you're blind, just think about it. If it was pitch black and you were lost, right? And you're just feeling your way around, right? The first time you feel somebody, or you might run into somebody that's familiar, right? You grab hold of their shirt and it's so dark you can't see, you're not letting them go. Why? Because you don't want to be alone, right? You want to feel a sense of comfort, a sense of wherewithal. Same thing for religions too, right? For us as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we fall into this pit of not knowing ourselves, not knowing what we're supposed to be doing, our duty, right? How we're supposed to be servicing God. So we're blind spiritually, and when we're bumping into things, right, as we're walking, as we're groping, we bump into Islam, right? The Nation of Islam in Farrakhan. We started to hear it. It sounds a little bit good, so we grab it. And the problem with African, with minorities, with Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are Israelites. The problem is when we grab hold of something that's just a little bit familiar, that just has a little bit of truth, we hold on to it and we don't want to let it go, right? Because we don't know if there's going to be something better, right? And that's the whole reason why we are groping at noonday is one, to build our faith, because we grab hold on to Christianity and the Nation of Islam and Buddhism and all of these things to the streets, right? We grab hold of these things and we don't want to let go because we don't think there's anything better, but there is. That's your true nationality, that you are an Israelite and that we should be following these laws, statutes, commandments of the Bible, right? But today we're going to put a little bit of a twist to this. It's all in kind of the same, in one of the same, but we're going to look at it more so on a carnal level of us showing our true colors as mostly so-called African Americans, right? And so I pulled this precept out for this video because, man, our people, when you look at us in the eyes of everybody else, in the eyes of the nation, and I've talked about this with Brother Azrael before and Brother Yeshaya, man, we are some of the most gaudy people, not godly, gaudy, right? I mean, we like to show off, right? And it's because we don't have a sense of ourselves. We're over in somebody else's land, right? Somebody else's kingdom, right? But as a people, we just have it in us that we want to be that royal kingship, that royal priesthood, right? We want to be royal people. We want to have a sense of importance and notoriety. And so when you see us out in the street, a lot of times you see especially the so-called African Americans out there, you know, dressing excessively, you know what I'm saying? Doing too much, right, in their appearance. And a lot of times people don't even realize that it's us doing too much. But I'm going to try to break it down a little bit throughout this video. And we're going to see what I mean, right, by doing too much, or, you know, just us trying to prove something to our people. We go out and we look a certain way. We strive for certain things to appeal to our people, or to look like look a certain way in front of our people and other nations, right? Not knowing that we are the laughing stock at the end of the day, right? We are the shaking of the head at the end of the day, and we don't even see it. Why? Because we're groping at noonday, right? So I'm gonna pull up some images real quick, and this is the fun part, right? This is the fun part. Let me share my screen.
This that NIL video?
No.
No. I watched the video today. It was two athletes, and the interviewer said, what's two of your favorite things that you've bought since the NIL deal? For those that don't keep up with sports, NIL is basically college athletes are able to get paid for selling jerseys, selling tickets, you know, their social media presence. They're able to get paid because they're pretty much bringing money to the school, right? Revenue to the school. And so a lot of them get paid 300,000. Some of them get paid 800,000, close to millions, right? And he had this one looked to be a so-called white dude and a one so-called black dude. The black dude started laughing when he got that question asked, what are two of your favorite things? He said, the bust down Rolex. And then he said, and my Tasmanian chain with my area code on it, man. Those are my two favorite pieces, man. And I got this other watch too and this bracelet, right? He said that. The so-called white guy, you know what he said?
What do you say?
He said, man, I got me this minivan, bro. He said, yeah, y'all beat me up about it. It's a white minivan, but it got a touchscreen on the inside, fit 7 people, good on gas. I also bought a nice couch for my house. I bought this dog. And he bought like an array of stuff that encompasses life. And here we are, Judah. We just worried about chains and jewelry, right? And the guy tried to pull the so-called white guy's card and was like, well, we see them earrings. Them earrings look pretty nice. He said, man, y'all gonna hate me. Got these off at Amazon, $15.99 for a pack of 10. right? And just kind of showing you guys the difference in mindset. When we're thinking about money, our people think about money. We thinking about jewelry.
Come on, man. You can hold your point, man, because we're gonna get into all of that, right? I feel like some of your comments are gonna be good throughout the video, right? So I want you to park that. Don't forget it. But I think it's gonna be some better insertions where you can insert those comments for sure. Right? Watch this though. Let's I'm gonna share my screen. Cause you low key getting into it, you know what I'm saying? Um, but you got the idea of what we're gonna be going into, right? So I'm gonna show y'all a couple pictures, man. Courtside pictures, right? Some courtside pictures of just people, you know. I'm gonna show y'all Jake first, right? So-called black, so-called African Americans, right? This is our people. When you look at us at basketball games, right? NBA games, right? When we show up, man, we gotta show out. You know how we do, right? We come to the game, gotta put on our finest jewelry, let people know we got money. There's a movie called American Gangster, man, and played by my man Denzel. And Denzel has several comments to say about, I think it was his cousin at the time, right? That was, dressing too flashy. And, comments were made like the loudest one in the room was normally the brokest, right? And things of that nature, and having a target on your back and stuff like that, right? But again, man, understand that this is our people groping at noonday. We don't know ourselves. We don't know who we are. We have no self-worth, right? That we know of. So we strive to gain it by dressing like this, by wearing expensive jewelry, right? With a big fake smile on, right? And I say fake because them teeth probably fake. You know what I'm saying? But this is our people. This is Busta Rhymes courtside at the game. He's doing a little too much if you ask me. It don't and you gotta understand where you at. You're at a basketball game, right? A basketball game. This is how our people come to basketball games, right? A sports game. He got the thick, iced out Cuban link chain, the Louis V crew neck with the Louis V pants that's frayed up. It's not just no regular outfit, right? This big blocky wristband, right? Whatever kind of, I don't know if there's a Rolex or Richard Nixon. I don't really know my type of watches, but I know it's expensive, right? And this is how he come to the game. I'm gonna scroll through some of these pictures, right? Next picture, Ice Spice, right? A lot of y'all like Ice Spice, right? Our people, man, especially our women, right? Again, we don't know ourselves. We have no self-worth, right? None that we know of it anyways, right? So our women, they go to seek that attention, to feel like they have some self-worth, to feel like, you know what I'm saying, they have some type of notoriety, they have some type of money. That's why you see her watch, right? It looks kind of similar to Busta's. I don't know if that's a Richard Nixon or what, right? But then she got the crazy hair, man, that sticks out. I don't know what color you want to call that, honey mustard. I don't know, right? And then she got the big chain with a cartoon on her, and it's rightfully so a cartoon because she looked goofy, right? She looked goofy. Got the see-through shirt on, right? And just notice people around her too. Just notice people around her, right? We gonna get to that in a second, but just notice people around her. Notice her. This is how our people come to the basketball games, right? Let's go into some more, right? I don't know who this clown is, man, but he showed up. He showed up in whatever this get up is, right? Polka dots and the stripes and the tie, and this is how our people come to basketball games, all right? Y'all know who this is? Offset and Cardi B. Offset and Cardi B. I don't know what they got going on. Some our people just love rocking Louis Vuitton at basketball games. I guess she got the Louis V cowboy boots or whatever. She got the fur boots on. And she got her stunner shades on. He got the Louis V scarf. He got the shades. got the gloves, the jewelry, she got to show off the bag. Got to show off the bag. This is how our people come, you know, when we go to basketball games, right? Sports games, right? Let's keep going, right? It's Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan, man, you way too old and way too played out to be walking out with all these chains on, bro. Right? With all these chains. But again, this is what is this? Our people wanting a sense of notoriety, wanting a sense of self-worth, right? To let people know, hey, look, man, I'm rich, I got money, right? I'm rich, I got money. And I'm just not I'm just all these pictures that we're going through. It all screams, I'm not your average nigga. I'm not just any nigga. I'm a nigga with money, right? That's what it screams out. And that's what in their subconscious, that's what they want to portray. That I'm not just no average nigga up in this game, right? Let's see if there's I think there's one more, right? Oh yeah, Gucci Mane. And I wanna say something too, man. As I'm clicking through, these are all at a Knicks game, right? They're dang near on the same post, right? I saw 2 posts, right? And I just scrolled through the posts, and now you're gonna see images from 2 posts, right? This is Gucci Mane, right? Gucci Mane wouldn't be Gucci Mane if he didn't come out with an all Gucci suit with the Gucci shoes, right? With the Cuban link and all the jewelry. Oh, and his wife got to come out the house with some ugly boots with green bottoms and some big green belt on, look like she just won the lightweight championship of the world, right? This is how our people come out, right? With the finger wave edges on her head. And don't forget the long stiletto nails, right? This is how our people come out, right? I'm just not no average nigga. I'm Gucci Mane, right? I'm Gucci Mane. I got money. I'm not no average nigga up in here, right? This is how our people this is the mindset of our people, right? I think that was the last one on that one. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen real quick, and I'm gonna open up another email that I sent myself, and it's compiled of more images, right? Now keep in mind that's our people, right? Groping at noonday. You can't make this stuff up. And the funny part is, right? The funny part is, could have sworn I cropped that, but it's cool. The funny part is, roasting. Hey, look though. The funny part is, man, you can say, man, them just celebrities, but let's be honest, man. If our people if they were broke right now and they were to get money, they'd be doing the same thing. And for what, right? Because we're groping at noonday. I'm gonna show you what happens when you're not groping at noonday. Okay, I'm gonna show you what it looks like to not grope at noonday. Let me see. Keep in mind these images I'm about to show come from the same, right? Come from the same post that I screenshotted, right? Watch this. Is that it? Right here. Boom. These come from the same post, right? Let me see something. If I widen the screen a little bit. What is that? What is that? Boom. Right? Nicholas Braun. I don't know who that is, right? I don't know who this is, but he in the same seats that Gucci Mane's sitting in, so he must got some type of money. You don't get to the court side if you ain't got no type of money, right? The caption, I believe, on the post was stars starring or something like that. Stars in New York or something like that, right? Nicholas Braun. I don't know who this guy is. It could be an actor, it could be a singer. I don't know, but look at what he got on, right? Now, remember what I said. These images I was about to show, these images is what it looks like to not be groping at noonday, not to be striving to know who you are, not to be striving to know where you are, right? When I say where you are, I'm talking about knowing that you're in the land where you're supposed to be at, your kingdom, right? Your rulership. And I'm not saying, because you guys know, man, that of course we know that the world and was given to be dominion and power to the Israelites, right? He divided the nations according to the bounds of the nation of Israel. But what I'm saying is he understands that he's living in his kingdom, and he doesn't have to. It's not like he knows that for like a surety. It's not like he's ready to say, yeah, this is my kingdom, but he understands where he is in life, right? And that he doesn't have to do no soul searching. He knows who we are. He knows what kingdom he's a part of subconsciously. And and double to that, which is he knows where he's at. He's at a basketball game. So how does he come to a basketball game in his society that he doesn't have to prove nothing to nobody? He comes in a wrinkled hoodie with no jawstrings, right? A backwards hat and some tacky jeans, right? He got that. He didn't even shave before he came, right? You know what I'm saying?
He's worth $4 million. He's from your show Succession. He was Greg.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Now he's starting to look familiar, right? He's a millionaire, right? He's a millionaire. This is how white people show up to basketball games, right? Because they know who they are, right? They're not soul searching, right? To prove anything, right? The $1 million that he does have, he's aiming to keep them. He's aiming to keep that money, right? Let's get some more images, right? I don't know who this is, but we finna her name's on the thing. Julianne E. Moore, right? Can you look up her net worth? Because she's also sitting courtside, right? Julianne E. Moore, right? She's also sitting courtside. So I don't know about you. I can't afford no courtside tickets, right?
It's Julianne Moore.
Oh, Julianne Moore.
Julianne.
I see.
She's
Julianne Moore. She's an actress.
What did she star in? May, December, Mary and George, Still Alice, Chloe. She was in the Mocking Game. The Hunger Games.
The Hunger Games. Oh, she was the lady, I think, in the Hunger Games that says, "May the odds ever be in your favor."
Yeah, I think so. Let's see.
What's her net worth though? That's what we want to know. What is her net worth? And this is true Esau for you, right? Red and hairy all over.
$55 million.
$55 million right here, sitting in front of you. You would never know, right? She looks like half of the white girls that were sitting in my high school classes, right? Really, she looks kind of worse. This is how she shows up to basketball games, right? Again, this is how we show up to basketball games. She got a ball cap on, just a black shirt. Could have got it from Target. Who knows, right? No jewelry at all. No makeup, right? Hair in a ponytail. You know what I'm saying? Hair in a ponytail. Why? Because she's not groping at noonday. She has no soul searching that she is doing to where she doesn't know herself or she's trying to prove anything to anyone. She doesn't have to sit there and say, I'm not your average. She doesn't have to think, I'm not your average white girl. She's perfectly fine with saying, I am your average white girl. And that's one thing that I want you guys to understand. We are all one of the same, right? You shouldn't have that subconscious mindset of saying, I'm not your average nigga. I'm a nigga with money, right? I got money. You should be saying, I am your average nigga, right? I'm just like my brother and my sister to the left and the right of me, all the way up in the nosebleeds. I'm just like them, right? Some of us don't have that self-awareness though, right? And we want to prove to people, our people and other nations, that we are more than just your average nigga, right? Let's get some more of these pictures. I don't know who this is, right? He didn't even in the caption, it didn't even give his. I don't think he even has an Instagram, right? But that goes to show you, sitting courtside, VIP wristband, right? Got a little Knicks hat on, just like the last lady, right? You know what I'm saying? Leaving a little peace sign, got a jacket on. He's probably cold in New York. He got some jeans on, right? Nothing spectacular going, no jewelry, no nothing. Be why? He looks like he fully knows himself. That he fully know he's not doing no soul searching. He knows exactly who he is, right? And what society he lives on. And he also knows where he is at, a basketball game. Why am I going to get the finest stuff out of my closet to go to a basketball game, right? But it says, it speaks again that he doesn't even have an Instagram, right? Somebody said something. I watched a TV show and somebody said, "Dang man, you're really mysterious. I try to find you on social media, no Instagram, no Twitter, no nothing." You know what the girl said back to him? Well, at least you know I'm not narcissistic and I'm not something pretty much saying that she's not a people pleaser, right? Or she doesn't got to prove herself to nobody, something like that. And then the guy, he was like, you know what I'm saying? Because he was like, because that's what Instagram is for, right? Narcissism and to feel like you got to prove something to somebody. And again, what do I say? These people that I'm showing right now, they have nothing to prove. They have no soul searching being done, right? And if you want to just be honest, man, I went to the Knicks and I went to this is Spider-Man. Oh yeah, this is Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man.
I know his movies, boy.
One of the Spider-Mans. Yeah, this is one of the Spider-Mans. Look at this, man. It's a Marvel character right here, man. This is a Marvel character right here. This is how he comes to the game, man. Just like Peter Parker. Just like Peter Parker, right? But you know, that's again, man, that's just going to show you the security that they have. And the security that we don't have, right?
Yeah,
got a couple more pictures.
It's also contagious, man. The stuff when we see another brother or a sister balling out, flashing out like that, it compels us to want to do the same. So that whole
or go even more harder.
Yeah. So that whole showy, flashy spirit, man, that's contagious on our people, and social media don't help. Right? You even see it creep up in the Israelite community, right? You even see it creep up in the Christian community, right? People that claim to be followers of God, they gotta have the nicest shirt when they're out. They gotta have the nicest X, Y, and Z. Whenever they recording for their content creation or whenever they're doing something, you know, it gotta be flashy. It gotta you know. Not saying that we can't be fly, but it gets to a point to where we're broadening our phylacteries and enlarging our garments to be seen of men.
Man, he's stealing the precepts right here, man. He's stealing the precepts, right? But he's spot on. We often talk about things like what's some of the things we talk about? I know I mentioned, man, you go to a shopping plaza and you see some middle-aged or even older black women. You know what I'm saying? They step out and they shopping. They got the big bags, rocking their Gucci hats with their Gucci shirts and stuff like that, right? And they kind of got this walk about them like, well, I'm a wealthy black woman. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you go to the same shopping plazas and you see white women hopping out just like we saw old girl from the Hunger Games with a ball cap on and a black shirt. You know what I'm saying? It goes to show you, and you know, a lot of that has to do with of systemic racism too. I will say that, right? To you know, go into some of these fancy places, sometimes they will stereotype you if you do go in there looking like the Hunger Games woman and you're black, right? They might think you about to steal something. You know what I'm saying? So our people, the system that we're raised in, it kind of forces us to even act like that even more because now we want to wear stuff so we don't get harassed and we don't get stereotyped, right? We want to look like we got money so, you know, they can treat us nice, which again is us not knowing our self-worth, having a self-awareness, and that's still us groping at noonday, right? These people right here, I don't know who these are. If you want, you can look up their net worth. But again, they're sitting courtside in the same post, right? These some two white guys, right? Little to no jewelry at all. Both of them look like they got their shirts from either Walmart or Target. Black jeans, blue jeans, right? Having a good grand old time. You know what I'm saying? And they're at a basketball game. They know who they are and they know where they're at, right? This is cool right here, you know, because you know, it's funny to me, man, because you know, white people, man, they just be chilling. Esau just be chilling, man, you know, and he doesn't have a care in the world. He could be sitting like this and sitting next to somebody that's dripped out, right? And he doesn't feel no type of way. Like he doesn't feel like I got to get on his level. He doesn't feel like he outdid me. He's chilling at the game, right? Because it, you know, and this is a cliche, but if you guys think about it, man, and I know you guys probably have before, we live in a society where white people, man, they got money, usually more money than black folks, and they'll walk outside in some dad shoes that they you know you spent $50 on. They usually driving a Toyota Camry. They might got a Ford truck or something like that, right? Something incognito. And you know, they might get some boots or something, but you know, our people, we spend money on the foreign whips, right? We spend money on the most expensive shoes, right? We're in a group chat with some of the people we went to high school with, and you know, coming to this truth, man, he kind of takes you out the matrix a little bit because you know you don't really care about those things anymore. But it just blew my mind that some of the guys, minorities, right? They're minorities. That some of the guys in the chat, man, spending $300 on a jacket, $600 on a jacket, right? And I'm just like, that's wow. You know what you can do with $600, bro? You know what I'm saying? It's just the little things, man, when you notice it. And he got a little sports coat on. He's at a Knicks game, so he throw on a Knicks varsity jacket. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, there's nothing spectacular about him.
Yeah, he's a British DJ. He's worth 20 million.
20 million, man.
Music producer.
20 million just chilling, man. Rainn Wilson. This is typical Esau right here. Everybody probably works with somebody or have worked with somebody that looks like this, right? That dresses like this, right? He got a bomber jacket on that looks like he got from Forever 21. You know what I'm saying? He got a white Hanes t-shirt on. I know it's a Hanes t-shirt because of the collar, right? You got a white Hanes.
You know who that is, though, right?
Who's that?
He's off The Office.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's crazy, man. And it's funny how all these white folks come to the game all scruffy. You know what I'm saying? Man, they legit come to have a good time, like they're going to a ball game, bro, to chill, to be entertained. It's funny how we go to something that's supposed to entertain us and we aim to entertain others, even though when it's not even us that's supposed to be entertaining, right? You're supposed to be going sitting down to get entertained, and you out there. He's worth 14 million, man. These all millionaires, man. This is how the rich stay rich, by keeping their money, right? Understanding they don't have to prove nothing to nobody, right? That's how the rich stay rich. That's how you don't ever hear about no white man getting his chain snatched, right? Because first of all, out of everybody that I put off of this post, I don't think not one of them had a chain on, right? If you don't got no chain for somebody to snatch, you don't take any L's, bro. You don't lose $300,000 in a day because somebody snatched your chain, right? Because first of all, you didn't spend $300,000 on a chain in the first place, right? You got these glasses on. I think I got these glasses in my drawer right here, bro. And I can tell you, I only spent about $299 on them. You know what I'm saying? That's if he doesn't have any prescription in it. I know, but you know, what's next right here? This guy, I don't know who this is. Bam Bam. I don't know who that is. Bam Bam. whoever that is. But just look at this sloppy guy. Look at this sloppy guy, man. This man look like he should be in somebody's bar at 3 o'clock in the morning, bro. Right? He got a Knicks hat on too, but he looked half tipsy, right? And the Knicks hat looks about half tipsy too, right? You looking him up?
Action Bronson.
Oh, okay. I've heard of him.
Yeah. He's a rapper, songwriter, television presenter.
See, he's a rapper, man. You know, we saw how Busta Rhymes and Gucci Mane look. They're rappers too, but he's a rapper that knows himself, that's not doing any soul searching, that is fully aware of where he is, who he is, and where he's at. Right? This guy doesn't even got an Instagram, right? Or else he would have been tagged.
He was worth 20 million.
Action Bronson worth 20 million, right? Another millionaire.
I think that's a Jake though.
This right here?
Yeah.
He looked like a Jewish man. I don't know who it is though. Right?
I think
he's dressed appropriately though.
He played in a sitcom. I can't remember.
Come on. This guy right here, man. I don't know who this is. Paul Wesley. Look how this joker is dressed, bro. He's dressed like a high school football quarterback, bro. Again, plain white tee. It does got a watch on, right? A plain zip up jacket that looks like it's too small for him, right? And the funny thing about this is, right? The funny thing about this is that guys like him, they are usually, Busta Rhymes can put on as much jewelry as he wants to. Gucci Mane can walk around looking at whatever he wants to. This guy right here, he's gonna get anything that he wants. Girls, opportunities, all of that. Why? He's not doing too much, right? Clean cut. I would still keep a beard on my face, but still clean. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing too much, right? Quick story. We know a guy growing up, man, because we was in the Matrix too. We knew a guy named Austin Crown, right? Austin Crown was an Edomite. He was a white guy, right? And every time we was going to a party, we always asking each other in our little circle of friends, bro, what you wearing to the party? Well, I need to go get this from the mall, bro, because I gotta go pick an outfit out with money I don't got, right? I gotta go do all the X, Y, and Z, right? And this man, Austin Crown, he would come to the parties looking similar to this, but he'll have a hole in his shirt too, right? And when we get there, we don't put all this money, all this effort into our outfit just for all of the girls to be all over Austin Crown. We see him dancing with every girl in the party, right? We overhear girls talking about how fine he is and whatnot. This man showing up. He don't even got Austin. Didn't even used to wear no jeans. He would show up in some slides and some sweats with a hole in his shirt, bro. Right? And when I say all the girls, I'm not talking about white girls. Oh no, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about black girls was on him, right? This man was taking black girls away from the black guys that spent hundreds of dollars on their outfits, bro. Right? Again, that comes from self-awareness, right?
Yeah, man.
Having not to prove anything to nobody.
Yeah.
Because subconsciously, black girls see white guys, no matter how they dress, and think, oh, he got money. For black girls to see black men to say, oh, I think he got money, we got to dress like Gucci Mane. We got to dress like Busta Rhymes, the pictures I just showed, right? And again, that's another reason why our people won't succeed, because we're not comfortable with being I'm just like all my other brothers and sisters, man, right? I might have a little bit more money than him, but I'm just like him, right? You had something to say? I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
Nah, he's from Vampire Diaries. He's worth $6 million.
Another millionaire, right? The rich stay rich. Right here, I think this is my last photo. Might not be. Nah, that was the last photo, right? But I'll make this my last photo, right? Just so we can move on. But look at this, Ben Stiller, right, and Chris Rock. Now, you might say, Chris Rock, man, he ain't doing too much. Chris Rock done been places, he done there, right? He hanging out with white comedians. He gets it now. He's at a place where he fully understands I ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. And it's not him being a coon, right? I want to make that clear. It's not him being a coon. I don't know if he's a coon or not, but that mindset is not coonish mindset. Why am I saying that? Because I personally feel that way now, right? I feel like I don't have to go buy a foreign car to let people know I have money, right? I feel like I don't have to buy chains and all of this stuff to let people know I got money. I'll be perfectly fine going to the game, to an NBA game like Ben Stiller right here. A generic New York Knicks basketball hoodie that I can get from Academy Sports, right? And some jeans, right? With messy bed hair. I'll be okay going somewhere like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand who I am.
How in the NIL
I'm a part of, right? And where I'm going. I'm going to be entertained. I'm not trying to entertain nobody. You know what I'm saying? And Chris Rock understands that, right? At least I hope he does. And you might see some seasoned black celebrities that understand and get that point too, right? It comes with time. It also comes with, there's different spirits and different people, right? Some people will never outlive that sense of wanting to prove something. And a lot of times those people come from harsher backgrounds than others, right? They really came from rags to riches, where that gives them some type of trauma, right? That's stuck with them, with that feeling that they always constantly have to prove something to somebody, right? You have something to say?
No, but I did have that video pulled up.
Only
like 2 seconds.
Go ahead, play it real quick, and then we'll get into some scriptures.
NIL generation, what's been your favorite purchase so far?
My favorite purchase. I got two. I ain't gonna lie, I got two. King bed, got a Rolex, bust down. Do you know what I drive?
No, what do you drive?
Chrysler white minivan. Automatic door, 2 touchscreens, super efficient. It's hybrid. It can fit 7 people.
Cartier watch.
Hey,
bro.
pause it right there, man.
Ouch.
Man, when you know who you are, when you're comfortable, right, you can think clearly.
Look at these comments. I'm trying not to stereotype pretty hard right now. Perfect example of why some athletes go broke and some don't.
Bro, look. When you have a sense of self-awareness and you're not groping at noonday, right? You're not blind, just groping. You can think clearly, right? This man just said that he bought a minivan, spacious, can fit 7 people, it's comfortable, good on gas, right? When you're operating in your self-awareness, right, and you're not in the matrix, you can make decisions that are going to be more beneficial for you in the long run, right? For instance, right, comfortability versus flashiness, right? I'd rather be comfortable. Now, don't get me wrong, right? I'm still working through some of my demons. You might never see me in no minivan now, right? I'm just being honest with you, right? I don't know about a minivan, but I can never say never. I can never say never. I will say this though, right? I would rather comfortability than to look good, right? I'd rather be maxing and relaxing in a minivan on a long trip, right? A 12-hour trip versus getting me a 2-door coupe, right? With my knees jammed up against the dashboard, right? Just to say I'm in a Bugatti, right? Just to say I'm in a Ferrari, right? You know what I'm saying? Somebody get these kids a financial advisor, please. Matter of fact, we seen another. Remember, we seen. Hold on. We remember. What did it say?
Jake trying to take up for Jake. We was kings and shit.
Right, man. We was kings. And man, you know, all that stuff is good, but you gotta understand again, where are we at? This is not our kingdom, bruh. Right? We don't have nothing, right? Everything that you get, if you do get some money, you should hold on to it. Don't spend it. Remember, we saw that one video of that football player, right? I think he was a rookie. He went to get that what's that the Cyber truck, right? He went to get the Cyber truck, and the dude, how much that dude said was how much that salesman was trying to sell it to him for. I think it was something ridiculous. I think it was like 800,000 or something like that, right? And it was something ridiculous. It might have been like 600,000, something like that, right? And he was about to pay I don't think it was that much. I think it was 300,000, 400,000, in that range. This young man, young Jake, was about to buy it. He said, "Oh, that's it. Oh, let's do it, then. Let's do it." Right before he signing the papers, right? And Esau know he got him. Right before he signed the papers, his financial advisor calls and said, "Hey, nah, it's not worth it. Don't do it. Don't do it." And he was smart enough to listen to his financial advisor, right? 9 times out of 10, his financial advisor probably was an Edomite, somebody that can think clearly, and that's not groping at noonday, right? He tells the salesman, "Sorry, man, I can't do it. My financial advisor, I trust him with my life. He told me not to do it." He said, and the Edomite was like, "So we're done here?" He said, "Yeah, man, I'm sorry. Beautiful truck, but I can't do it." Right? That's a decision where you're not groping at noonday, right? But just think about that, man. You can think clearly when you have nothing to prove, right? You're operating off of what's beneficial to you and not beneficial to those that look at you, right? But keep reading. Keep playing. My bad.
And I got my chain, the Tasmania chain, with my area code hooked up to it.
A dog? Can I say a dog?
What kind of dog?
Winston. He's a miniature schnauzer. He's golden.
Was he more than $3,000?
Yeah.
I stepped simple though. If I wear a chain, I'm not wearing a watch. If I wear a watch, I might bust the chain just in case I got the suit on. That's a nice looking earrings in right now.
Oh, dude, you guys are gonna beat me up about the earrings, dude.
No, I'm just saying.
Amazon, $15.99. I got a 20-pack.
I shake somebody's hand and it pops out in the
Hey,
light.
man, you can't make this up, man. You can't make this up, man. $15.99, bro. He can't even wear those in the shower, bro. I know for a fact he can't wear them in the shower, bro. They will turn green and they will start making his ears itch ASAP, right? But they look good though. You would never be able to tell that man that he got fake earrings in. But our people will go buy the real thing just cause I ain't no average nigga. I got it like that.
I ain't no average athlete. I got an NIL deal. I got to let everybody know when I go home see these BBSs.
I can't wear no fake jewelry, right? Because at the end of the day, what is jewelry meant to do? It's meant to make you look good, right? So no matter how much it costs, if it's doing its job, it's doing its job, right? Is there more in that video?
Nah, I said one is gonna be broken 5 years out of the league if he makes it. The other will have generational wealth. Systemic oppression is keeping them down.
It really is, man. It's putting a number on our people for sure, right? Watch this, man. We read Deuteronomy. Let's get into some of these scriptures, man. Let's get into some of these scriptures. These scriptures are so good, man. I don't know which one I want to get first. I'll go to the one where Azrael already quoted, right? Let's go to Matthew in verse 23, right? 23 and 5. It's the good part now. We get into these scripts. We're going to make it all come to life. Right? This is our people now because we grew up at noonday. This is Christ speaking about our people, right?
Matthew chapter 23 and verse 5. But all their works they do for it to be seen of men.
Right? All of their works they do. Sorry, not to cut you off. All their works is to be seen of men. That's our people. That's none other than our people. No other nation does anything to be seen of other people, right? We talk about all the time. You see those beauty supply stores with all those highlighter lace outfits out for women, right? With the leggings, right? The big holes on the side going up and the holes in the middle, right? Who do you think is buying those outfits? I've never seen an Asian girl in nothing like that. I've never seen an East Indian girl in nothing like that. Ain't never seen an Arabic girl in nothing like that. You might see some white girls in it, but when there's a white girl in something like that, what is she doing? She's trying to be like us. That them type of clothing is meant for who? For us. The people selling it would never even let their daughters wear that stuff, man. But our people will buy it to be seen of men. Those cheap behind outfits, which is so crazy, because it's like you're not showing everybody that you got money when you got those outfits on, because we've been to the beauty supply store. You can buy 3 outfits for $20, right? So it's like you really out here really just whoring, to be honest. Right? But all their works they do to be seen of men. Keep reading.
They make broad their phylacteries and enlarge.
What are phylacteries?
I'm not sure.
You can look it up real quick.
Yeah.
We can learn today. Phylacteries definition. I got it right here. I'll just read it. It's a small leather box containing Hebrew texts worn by Jewish men at morning prayer as a reminder to keep the law. So it's a small leather, pretty much a leather patch, right? They make broad their phylacteries, meaning they deck their phylacteries out when it's just supposed to be something. On their, they got it on their forehead, but it's just supposed to be something to help you keep the commandments, to remind you to keep the commandments. They deck theirs out, kind of like somebody decking out their graduation cap, right? I'm led to believe that Black people started decorating their graduation caps, right? Because we like to make broad our phylacteries. It's supposed to signify that we have graduated, but us, we got to take it above that, and we got to have the highest graduation cap, because, you know, I ain't never been here before. Neither nobody in my family. I'm the first graduate, right? And people got to know that I'm just not no random nigga here. I'm the first graduate in my generation, right? I'm breaking generational curses. So I gotta put that on the top of my hat where it says breaking generational curses, right? But that's our people, you know. They make broad their phylacteries, right? Keep reading. Why'd you take it off the screen, brother? Keep reading.
And enlarge the borders of their garments.
They enlarge the borders of their garments. They enlarge the borders of their chains. They enlarge the borders of their rims. They enlarge the borders of their hats, their watches, their earrings, right? That's our people, man. That's our people. Let's see if the next verse has something good on there. Go ahead and read that for me.
Matthew 23 and 6. And love the uppermost rooms at the feast.
I got one better. We ain't gonna sit courtside. We sitting in the what they call it? The I got a section. You said what?
Box seats.
The box seats, right? The booth, right? They call it something else, bro. I forgot what they call it.
The skybox, the box seats.
Something like that. Yeah, right. I got that. They love the uppermost rooms, right? And the chief seats, the floor seats, right? You know, this is talking about the synagogues, of course, double to that, this is our people, though. This is how we act, because we have no sense of self-awareness or security within ourselves, right? And the brother Azrael mentioned this throughout the video. It's a great precept, right? Let's go to 1 Peter 3:3. 1 Peter 3:3. A lot of y'all know this precept. I'm about to put a little bit of a twist to it though, right? 1 Peter 3:3. I'm gonna put a little bit of twist to it. Go ahead and read that.
1 Peter 3:3. Whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning.
What did it say? Let it not what?
Let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair.
Right, having fancy hair like Ice Spice, that honey mustard lace front, right? Keep reading.
And of wearing gold,
or the big chains that Gucci Mane and what's his name, Busta Rhymes had on, right? Of wearing of the gold, the jewelry, the chains. Keep reading.
Or of putting on of apparel.
Or putting on of apparel. Well, I'm Gucci down to the socks. Louis Vuitton down to the boots and the belt, right? It says, let not your adorning, right? What does this mean by let not your adorning be of the outward adorning? This is saying, don't always put it like this. If somebody were to come up to you and ask you, when do you feel the most secure about yourself? What brings out the best you? When do you feel the most confident? Right? When do you feel the best, the happiest? And if your answer is when I get a fresh lineup, when I get a fresh cut, when I get my hair freshly braided, when I get my eyebrows done, when I get my nails done, when I put on these J's, when I put on a fresh outfit, right? When I rock my chains and my jewelry, whenever I'm driving in my Camaro, my Mustang. If that's your answer, when somebody asks you that, you have missed the mark. Why? Because you shouldn't be adorning that stuff to the point where that stuff gives you a sense of confidence or a sense of security, right? Do not adorn yourself with these outward things. Somebody that's secure is going to do this. Read this next verse.
Right. Verse Peter chapter 3 and verse 4. But let it be the hidden man of the heart, in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of the meek, a quiet spirit, which is in the sight of God of great price.
Come on, man. This is how somebody with security, somebody that's not groping at noonday, right? Somebody that should be in the truth. This is how they should be acting, right? Let it be hidden. Let all that stuff be. What does that mean by let it be hidden? Let it be null and void, right? Let that stuff have no value to who I am as a person. I can have it or I can't have it, and I'll be the same person, right? But let it be of my inwardness in my heart that I adorn myself with. The fact that I love Christ, that I love my brother and my sister, right? Like I love myself, right? That I love God and I want to keep his commandments, that I want to keep his commandments. Not that I have to, but that I want to, right? And that which is not corruptible. My spirit, right? When I do that, is not corruptible. Even an ornament of a meek and quiet spirit. Meek and quiet spirit looks like, I hate to say it, the Edomites at the basketball game, right? They're famous, but they look like regular people, right? They understand that I'm going to be entertained and I'm going to this basketball game to be entertained, and I'm not the entertainment, right? I like it because it says meek and quiet spirit, because there's an analogy of the loudest person in the room is usually the brokest, right? And the opposite of loud is quiet. Be that of quietness, which is in the sight of God a great price. If you think about it, man, God always operates in silence, right? What does that mean? You see stuff like fasting, praying, charity, all these things he's saying to do in secret, right? And he'll reward you openly. He says, seek not the high seat, right? Because you have nowhere to go but somebody to humble you and send you back down. Start low, ask somebody to call you up, right? These are mysteries of the Bible, right? Let's get Galatians 1 and 10. think I got like 2 more precepts. Let's get Galatians 1 and 10. Go ahead.
Galatians chapter 1 and verse 10. For do I now persuade men or God? Or
Who are we, man? Right? When you're not groping at noonday, you know who you are, know your duty, the whole duty of man, fear God to keep these commandments. Now do I know that I have self-awareness? Ask yourself the question, for do I now persuade men or God? Who am I here to persuade? Right? In other translations, I think it says something along the lines of, who am I trying to please, men or God? Keep reading.
Or do I seek to please men? For if I yet pleased men, I should not be the servant of Christ.
This is talking about men pleasers, man. Y'all are too busy focused on pleasing men that you're not even worried about the homeless man outside of the arena, right? That's sitting on the bench with his Bible cracked open. You walk right past him to be seen of men that don't give a rat's tail about you, right? That's why you Gucci down. You Gucci down, but you ain't got no money to give to the poor. What does that look like? And that's why Christ said, man, I was hungry and you didn't feed me. For I was cold and you didn't clothe me. He said, when did I ever not do that? When you was Gucci down to that Knicks game on such and such date and you came outside and it was cold outside and you was just trying to rush to get to your Lamborghini and you walked right past me. I had my Bible in my hand and the sign that says, need food, right? But I guess the chain blinded you from looking at it, right? Christ is, hey man, he got a bone to pick with a lot of people, right? 2 more precepts, 2 more. Ephesians 6 and 6, right? 2 more. And after Ephesians, me personally, I like ending my lessons with Christ. So we're gonna get Christ at the end. But let's go to the book of Ephesians. I'm tripping because I can't find it. Ephesians 6 and 6. All right. Go ahead.
The book of Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 6. Not with ever eye service as men pleasers, but as the servants of Christ, doing the will of God from the heart.
Come, man, but as a servant of Christ, doing the will of God from the heart. And a lot of time that service of God, man, is not it's not something that's flashy, it's not something that's fancy, but it's something that's necessary, right? The man, the white guy said he bought a minivan because it seats 7, right? It's only one of him, so that automatically lets you know that he's thinking about others other than himself, or else he would have bought a coupe that only has 2 seats, right? Not with eye service as men pleasers. Yeah, his minivan don't look good, but hey, look, but as a servant of Christ, right, doing the will of God from the heart, man, I can fit 6 other people in here comfortably, and they can be relaxed and have a way to get to our destination. If I got a 2-seater, man, that puts a lot of people at inconvenience, right? Because now we got to think about, we got to take multiple vehicles. That's multiple. That's more gas. All of that stuff, right? This is an analogy, right? It's just an analogy, but always have that mindset of Christ, man, that comes from the heart, right? I'm gonna end off with this. Let's go to Matthew 16 and 20. Matthew 16 and 20. Go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 16 and verse 20. Then charged he his disciples that they should tell no man that he was Jesus the Christ.
I bring this out, man, because who the world enemy calls Jesus often does this after he does a miracle, whether he's gonna show up somewhere with a lot of people, right? He often orders people to tell nobody, right? He always moved in silence, in meekness, right? And he was Jesus the Christ, right? I believe that was the Feast of Tabernacles, where everybody was down having a good old time, and he was up. He was up in the hill somewhere, looking down. I don't think he was at the hill, but he was in the background, right? He was there, but he was incognito, right? Because he understood who he was. He had a self-awareness. I got nothing to prove. I am the son. He said, I am the son of God, right? And they don't even know that they down there celebrating, and I'm really the reason why they're celebrating, right? And that comes with a sense of security, a sense of what? Not groping at noonday. And that's what our people have to stop doing, is groping at noonday. Wake up, understand who you are, your purpose, where you are in life, where you're at, where you're going, the places you're going to be, right? What's important and what's not, right? And remember, if you're not gathering, you're scattering. I'm Brother Donal, this is Brother Azrael, and giving all honor and glory to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We do so by way of his only begotten son, who's an instrument of salvation. This hasn't been another Think About It Thursday. Come out of the matrix, black man, right? You got anything to add?
Yeah, man. If you cleave to your life, you'll lose it. But if you lose your life for the Most High God and his son, you'll gain it, man. So stop cleaving to the things of this world. It's all temporary. It don't mean nothing, man. The car you drive, sometimes I got to remind myself that too. The car you drive, the clothes you wear, right? All of it is pointless, right? As long as, you're doing your part and your family's not hungry and you got shelter, right? And you got a means of living, you could be thankful to the Most High God for that, right? For another day. And you can keep enduring until the end. Pecan.
Con, what good is it for a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul, right? Give me poverty and don't give me poverty, don't give me riches, right? But anything that I've been given, I have found therewith to be content, right? Be sincere, be secure in who you are, right? Know you are an Israelite from one of the various tribes, and that you're not living for yourself, you're living for the Most High, right? With that being said, we'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Shalom.
Shalom.